Connection. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We are doing studio albums today on a Blue Suede Connection, featuring 6 of the 12 studio albums that he did throughout the 70s. And this was actually the Raised on Rock album you're hearing right now. It's his 19th studio album, recorded and released in 1973. And this was quickly released after the massive success of the Aloha Special.
Right.
The album sold over 1 million copies worldwide, so it was a very successful album. And you heard Elvis, when we kicked this off, saying about he'd record good rock songs if he could find them.
Right.
He was searching at that time to find good rock and roll material because there's a lot of pressure.
Right.
We want to see
Yeah.
you do the rock and roll again. You know, Burning Love was out in 72. That was kind of the last really big rocker.
Yeah.
So
it was a hard time for rock and roll too, you know,
Yeah.
with disco coming on.
yeah. Well, so if you're not familiar with the Raised on Rock album, it's full of rockers and country rock and beautiful ballads like you just heard.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of country rock, here's another cut from that album. This is 3 Corn Patches. That's what we like to do, have a good old time here on Blue Suede Connection. Today we are featuring 6 of his great 70s albums. I like to highlight the music each week and kind of show you all the sides to Elvis, as we try to do every time we do a show. We try to give you something different, like quotes and different things by Elvis. In fact, throw one at me before I give the good times info.
All right. Just because you look good doesn't mean you feel good.
All right, Good Times. That's where we're at right now. We just did the Raised on Rock album. Now we're into Good Times. It was released and recorded in 1974. Sessions took place, once again, at Stax there in Memphis. This album had some big success in the UK, real big success, a cashback #1 hit album, and it charted on the top 50 for the year.
All right.
The single, I've Got a Thing About You Baby, that's my favorite one on the album. It rose to #4 on the country charts here in the U.S. and on number 39 on the pop charts.
Oh, nice.
There you go. So I Got a Thing About You Baby happening right here, right now. On what show, baby?
Blue Suede Connection.
That's Spanish Eyes off of the 1974 album Good Times. And we're doing all the great music from some of the 70s albums today. We're featuring 6 of them. You've heard Raised on Rock, and we're into Good Times right now. And if you have a favorite Elvis album, favorite Elvis song, or anything about Elvis you would like to share with us, we would love to hear from you.
540-227-0514.
Baby, lay another quote on me.
Music should be something that makes you move inside and out.
You know, Elvis, we talk about all the time, gets categorized so much as just as a 50s artist, or right there is proof that in the mid-1970s, Elvis still had a lot of rock and roll left in him.
In fact, this is from Elvis Presley Boulevard, released May of 1976. There actually is 2 hits that come from this album. Hurt was a top 10 on both the adult contemporary and country charts, and For the Heart, which you just heard, was number 45 on the country charts. But, you know, the thing that's kind of sad about this is it was certified gold only after Elvis died on October 10th, 1977.
Oh, so he didn't get to see it
He
certified.
didn't know it went gold,
man.
yeah.
It's all about the album highlights of the 70s. We've got about 12 albums Elvis put out from the studio in the 1970s, excluding the Christmas album. That's in its own entity. But he did 12 studio albums, and today we're featuring 6 of those albums. We've already covered Raised on Rock. We've covered Good Times.
From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee.
There you go. And now we're into Promised Land. Now, this is a great album. This was actually released in January of 1975. It was also recorded at Stax there in Memphis. In the U.S., it reached number 47 for the year on Billboard album chart. And in the U.K., it reached number 21. The single itself, Promised Land, reached number 14 on Billboard's Hot 100. And If You Talk in Your Sleep, reached 17.
Yes.
And your favorite song from this album, It's Midnight, it went to number 9 on the country charts back in the day.
So
and
good.
you're going to hear all of those songs right now. Let's kick it off with the title cut. You should just be tickled pink today. We keep talking about it, folks at home, but these are her favorite albums, and this is one of her favorite Elvis songs of all time.
I'm a kitty with catnip.
I know you are. Well, since you're enjoying the show so much, we want other folks to come over to talk to us and tell us they're enjoying the show too. And there's multiple ways they can get to us, get information about us, talk to us.
You can be part of the family. All you got to do is Facebook, type in Blue Suede Connection in the search bar, join the party. You can also go to our website where there's so much happening happening over there. BlueSuedeConnection.com.
We have podcasts over there. We have information about your books and our t-shirts.
Shopping, Elvis merchandise.
Throw us an Elvis quote. We'll get back into some good Elvis music.
Alrighty, Elvis said this: I never believed anything was a coincidence. There's a reason for everything that happens.
Today album, which was released on May 7th, 1975. The recording sessions for the Today album took place at the Studio C in Hollywood, California. The album was a mix of country and pop and features cover songs by artists like Perry Como, Tom Jones, the Pointer Sisters, Billy Swan, the Statler Brothers, and Charlie Rich.
Okay.
Now, there was one song on this album we're going to talk about in a minute, but do you realize there's something different about the Today album and Elvis Presley Boulevard? Do you know what that would be?
Where it was recorded?
No.
No. Okay.
They mostly all have a song titled after the album. There's not a song called Today on this album.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, there's not a song called From Elvis Presley Boulevard on that album.
Okay, yeah.
But the big highlight song of this album was the song Trouble. It was a top 40 hit. It was released as the first single from the album, and it did really well both here and the UK.
Do you have any thoughts about the rising interest in country music?
I think it's fantastic. You see, country music was always a part of the influence on my type of music anyway. It's a combination of country music and gospel and rhythm and blues all combined is what it really was. As a child, I was influenced by all of that.
You know, it wouldn't be a Blue Suede Connection if we didn't have some kind of list.
One we could pick apart.
Yes, but I think this one we may not have too many issues with. I've kind of proofread it.
Okay.
UltimateClassicRock.com gave what their versions are the best 70s songs by Elvis Presley.
Okay.
So here's what they picked. Until It's Time for You to Go, Raised on Rock, Burnin' Love, Help Me, If You Talk in Your Sleep, It's Midnight, Promised Land, And I Love You So, My Boy, Hurt, Moody Blue, Way Down, Unchained Melody, It's a Matter of Time, I Really Don't Want to Know, It's Only Love, and this song right here. We're talking about the Moody Blue album, which is our last album feature today.
The 24th album, and there was a mix of studio and live recordings on this album. The recorded material was recorded at Graceland. There's what's now known as the Jungle Room sessions. She Thinks I Still Care and Way Down were both hits. Moody Blue was actually a hit, too. In fact, it went number 15 in Africa.
Wow, in Africa of all places.
That's pretty neat.
That's interesting.
And the album was certified gold and platinum on September 12th, 1977, again after Elvis died, and double platinum on March of 1992.
Wow, interesting stuff there. Do you have a favorite song from the album?
Wow, that is a tough one.
I know it is, because I'm getting ready to play mine.
Oh, you're getting ready to play yours?
Yeah.
I love Way Down. I love It's Easy for You. I love all of it.
Well, we're going to play mine first. It's gentlemen first in this situation.
Okay.
Because that's the way I had it lined up, but It's Easy for You will be right after.
Okay.
All right, here we go. This is my favorite cut. Hey TL, I think Elvis fans are starting to catch on to Blue Suede Connection.
What's not to love, Daniel? 2 hours of great Elvis music, lots of fun. It's our own private party.
And we want everybody to be part of the party. Hear all the hits, rare cuts, and lots of surprises too. We are your Blue Suede Connection. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And hit that notification bell.
We are your Blue Suede Connection.